The All on Green podcast with Cam and Matt, shining a light on the overlooked sports of New Zealand. Thanks to Baseline.
Welcome to the All on Green podcast. Today's guest is Taylor Chamberlain. How you doing today, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. How you boys?
You're not too bad. See, that's how you do an intro.
Well, okay, just because I can't English properly doesn't mean you should. Really, you're cracking into the water like 5 seconds into the
What's wrong with that,
episode.
bro? Do an intro, then talk to me.
Would you like to explain the roulette wheel to our guest Taylor?
Yep. So we'll take turns at spinning the wheel, and if it lands on black, it's going to be a more like sport-focused kind of question.
Yep.
Lands on red, it's going to be a more personal question.
Right.
And if it lands on green, the podcast comes to an end.
Could be one spin and I'm out.
Exactly.
Now, we haven't had it land on green yet. Do you think today's that day? Do you
Definitely.
get-
I'm a lucky man. I'm a lucky man.
So you're hoping the podcast ends early? Do you want to take us through what you do? Surf life saving?
Yep.
Just give us a wee rundown of who you are.
Right, so I'm Taylor Chamberlain. I'm doing a plumbing apprenticeship at the moment, but my main focus is surf life saving, competitive surf life saving, over at Taylor's Mistake. There's the surf side of the surf life saving, and then there's the lifeguarding, and we have to do both. So we have to put in so many hours to kind of get so many hours to lifeguard on the beach, put back into the community, and then we can compete and stuff like that. So yeah, so it involves swimming, like board paddling on our knees and stomach, and then ski paddling like a kayak, and a lot of running as well.
I guess we'll go straight into the wheel then. Would you like to take us away there, Mr. Cam?
Yes, sir.
Right, what number are we hoping for?
Black 8. Where'd it go?
We got 33 black. So it's going to be a sporty related question.
Right.
Okay. For those unfamiliar, can you give us a rundown of what's involved in the Ironman event and what kind of preparation goes into competing at that level?
Yep. So our Ironman event it's consisted of three legs. So there's a swim, a board, and a ski, and then a transition after every leg. So out in the ocean, there'll be like buoys, and we'll race out around them. There'll be 2 for a swim, 2 for a board, and 2 for a ski. So, and on the morning of the competition, the order will get selected. So it could be swim, board, ski, could be ski, board, swim. It's just whatever it is. So you kind of have to be good at all legs. And so let's just say a swim, board, ski, we start on the line. There'll be 20 in a race. Out around the 2 cans for the swim, back in, there'll be about a 200-metre transition. Out around the board cans, back in, 200-metre transition, and then out around the ski. And whoever's the fastest wins.
Now, you recently competed in one and got third place, was it?
Yep, at the Nationals in March last season. Yep.
How many people's that out of? Is third place like a really high honour? And
Yeah. There's not too many people. I think we started off with, probably 120 people. So we work our way with heats, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then we end up with a final of about 20 competitors. So, and that was the national champ, so it's the best out of New Zealand. And there's heaps of Australians and all that come over as well. So, yeah, to end up third I'm pretty stoked with that.
And how much training did you have to put into that? Like, what does the training look like?
So there is quite a bit of training. Sometimes it can be worth it, and then sometimes it's not worth it. But so for me, I swim in the pool 3 to 4 mornings a week, and then we're at the beach training our surf, so our board and ski sessions, and then we have running as well. So at the beach every night, and then swimming 3-4 mornings a week, and then training on a Saturday morning as well. So sometimes it can be like 14 sessions a week all up. Yeah. So, sometimes it, if it doesn't go your way, it's like, is it really worth it? But
Can you run us through the process of how you go from 120 people down to 20?
Yep. So on race day, there'll be 120 athletes, let's say. We'll get randomly put in different heats. And let's just say there's 6 heats of 20 people. And they'll take the top 10. So if you're the top 10 in that race, you'll go through to the quarterfinals, and then we'll do that again. Then they'll drop down to about 4 quarterfinals. They'll take the top 10 again to 2 semi-finals. They'll take the top 10 again to a final of 20. So every time you have to be like on your A game, and being at the front, you just have to be the fittest and fastest, and you just have to make it through, and then it all comes down to the final.
Is that all on the same day?
No. So our nationals are about a 4-day competition, because there's heaps of events and stuff like that. So we'll get there, we'll have events on the Wednesday, and usually the Ironman heats, quarters and semis are on a Thursday, and our final won't be till a Sunday afternoon because it's like the main race. So yeah, so there's a couple days in between, but we have heaps of other events as well. Yeah.
So those events, are they full Ironmans, or is it just the Saturday that is the full?
Yeah, just the Sunday that will be the full Ironman. But we'll have our board races, our ski races, and our swim races. So that's exactly the same thing. Sorry, and we'll have our heats for the board and ski. We have to cut all the way down, and you just got to make it through. And it is hard because it's all depending on the surf conditions as well. It could be dead flat out there, and it's all about the fastest and fittest, and then it could be 6-foot waves coming through, and it's all about surf skills. So it's really up to it's up to the surf conditions sometimes.
And how long does the Ironman take to complete? Like, what's a good time to finish?
A good time, it all depends on surf conditions. So sometimes and how far they set the course. Because if it's dead flat, obviously you're not going to get any waves or anything. So it could be like a 15-minute race. And sometimes if it's big surf, we might not make it out the back and we'll be struggling. So it could be up to 30 minutes. It all just depends on the day. So you really have to you kind of have to train for everything and be ready for everything. So, yeah.
Should we move on to the next question?
Yep.
Should we take another spin?
And is that at, whereabouts is it? Is it at Taylor's Mistake or?
So I'm with Taylor's Mistake Surf Club, and that's where I train every night. Yep. But our surf competitions are all over New Zealand. Oh. So our nationals last year were up in Tauranga at Mount Maunganui, and this year they're in Gisborne. So every year they move around, and so yeah. So I'm always travelling up north.
Is there the best place to surf?
Yeah. I like the Mount. It's a pretty cool spot. It's gold sand. It's always good weather. It's almost like the Gold Coast of New Zealand.
Yo.
Yeah.
We landed on a red.
Yep.
But before I ask the red question,
yeah.
So you predominantly work at Taylor's Mistake.
Yep.
Do you get the joke made with the name?
I know.
Is that
always.
Why are
always.
you shaking there?
Don't worry, it's not the first time. Yeah, yes, I'm Taylor from Taylor's Mistake. It always happens.
It's got to be common, right?
I know. Yeah.
Does it get annoying?
Nah, not really. It's kind of funny. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Right. What role does your family play in your life with your growth as a person? Mm-hmm. We see you like to have a bit of a laugh at Christmas. Do you know what we're talking about?
At Christmas?
A specific video, maybe. Some synchronized swimming.
Oh, yes, that was a few years ago. But yeah, I love my family. I'm such a family person, and obviously I still live at home, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, and my dad's actually one of my coaches for my sport, so I'm with him every day, training and stuff like that. So yeah, they're a big part of my life, and where I am today. So yeah, I'm very grateful.
And was your dad one of the people in that specific video of you doing something?
No, he wasn't. No. That was all fun and games. We got a couple gold Christmas undies for Christmas, and we're in the pool doing some synchronized swimming. It's all fun and games after a few drinks on Christmas Day.
Was with the reindeer antennas.
Yes,
and
right. Oh yeah, everything. Hey, I was bringing back memories now. I forgot about that.
It's all right. We found it.
Yeah.
Didn't take too much time.
Done your research.
Yeah.
I was like, we've got to come up with some personal questions. And Matthew's like, I think we've got one.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to have a turn at spinning our wheel?
Yep.
What are we hoping it lands on?
Green.
You're
Damn
very
straight.
eager to get away from this.
Let's
podcast.
go home.
We're all watching this so intently now.
I thought it was on green.
It's just, oh God, it is really hovering around that green.
Black 10. Told you.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
a red 5.
Red 5. Take it away,
Personal
Cam.
question. Not too personal, is it?
No. With golf being one of your hobbies,
Yes.
how do you find time to fit it into your busy schedule? Does it help you unwind from the pressures of competition or work?
Yes, it does. I love my golf. Does it? Yeah. How do I find time? I always find time for golf. I like it probably more than my sport, but I'm just obviously not as good at it. So I try to get out there like once a week. I was in a golf tournament this week.
Oh, true.
And then I try to get out on the weekends on the Sunday or Saturday afternoon when I'm not training. Yeah, it is kind of my unwinding thing to do. I don't really like sitting at home and sitting on the couch, so I'm quite an outdoor activity person, so I'll just go to the golf course and hit some balls.
Whereabouts do you play?
At Waimari Golf Course, I've got a membership there, so it's close to home, and yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah.
Hit any hole-in-ones yet?
No, never.
Close? Are we...
Close, yeah, close, but nah, never. I'm not that good.
And what's
Or
your
lucky.
handicap?
Play off about a 16.
Oh,
so
that's actually pretty good.
yeah,
I
that's
know
all right.
nothing
But
about golf. What does that mean?
means like if a course was a par 72, I would shoot
88.
88, 16 over the like what the course should be. So yeah, it's all right. But
that doesn't
should be
sound
lower.
too
Yeah. Hopefully get out there more over summer though. So
Do you
What
play?
about-
Oh, you go.
What about mini golf?
mini golf.
See, that's one I can relate to.
I hate mini golf. It frustrates me too much.
Driving range. What's your longest drive?
Longest drive?
Yeah.
292. 292. Close to 300, but it's 292. 292.
And what's yours in the camp?
Probably about 250.
250. That's not too bad. I was downwind. Downhill. So, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I normally have beers when I have golf.
See, all I'm hearing is excuses there from you.
After a few beers, do you get better with golf?
Yes, I
Exactly.
swear, I have a couple, then I get really good, then I have two more, then I get shit.
Exactly. There's a limit. You got to. For me, it's 3 beers per 9 holes.
Yeah, we normally only play 9 anyway, and I normally have like when it's halfway through or like 3 holes in, if we don't beer a hole, that's like prime.
Yep.
And it just goes downhill from there.
Yeah. So you got to find your limit. I'm 3 beers per 9 holes.
Are you playing with mates or? Are
Yep.
you...
Yep. With mates and my family. My both dad and brother are both big into golf, so yeah. Get out with them as much as possible.
I turn the spin. No hints, bro.
I looked at you. I looked at the wheel. That was. Oh my god!
I can't even see. That's close, eh? I could have been walking out of here. Another personal one.
It's a red 3.
Damn. Tell us about your time at Travis Scott with your friends, and do you always make time to hang out with your mates?
Yes, I do. You got to find time for mates and stuff like that. I've got different mates and different type of things. So I've got all my surf mates, and I see them every day, training and etc. like that. And then I've got all my school mates and golf mates and stuff like that. So it's good to get out and celebrate and have a couple beers and that like that and wind down. But yeah, Travis Scott was good. It was once a lifetime experience. I don't think I'll be going back there again. But
Did you like it? Because some people said it was like shit.
It was good, but it was only out there for an hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes. But it was more. I went up there for about 5 days, so it was more.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed the more boys trip with the
Yeah.
boys. So
Yeah, so you'd be a bit more pissed off if you flew up just for the concert.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I enjoyed the whole weekend
Was
with
there like
them.
shitloads of like fights and stuff? Like, were you in the mosh pit or were you like?
Nah, well, so he didn't come out till about 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, and the doors opened at 5. So everyone that got there at like 5, I think they were
Pissed.
still pissed and getting a bit active. But we didn't get there till about 8:30, so I didn't see no fights or anything like that. So we kind of got there, got the concert, and we got out. So that was good.
Sweet. All right, we'll take another spin then. Let's see. Well, that was quick. I can't even see the ball.
Bro, it's reading.
There we is
Ready,
it
another
again?
personal one. You boys want to know what I get up to, eh?
Apparently.
So we hear you're into cooking. What's your signature dish?
Yep. Carry on.
What's your signature dish, and what makes it your signature dish
My signature dish. Oh my god. From my cooking.
from your cooking?
I mean, I'm not no Gordon Ramsay or anything, but I'm gonna have to go with probably Nutri-Grain cereal. I'm not no cook at all, but I am a pretty good barista. I'll take
A
that.
pretty good barista.
Yeah, I got my barista license. Make a pretty good coffee, but yeah, I'm not no good chef.
What's your go-to coffee?
Long black.
Hey.
Long black. Yeah.
What about that barista artwork?
Yeah, no, I'm still working on that. We'll get there one day. I try every day to come up with artwork, but yeah,
What's your go-to design?
probably have to be a snake. Yeah, nah, I'm working on that. Yeah, probably need another another course on how to do a couple designs. But
Was that like through school or something? Or did you
yeah,
just, like,
got it through school. And so when I was in Aussie, I lived in Aussie for a wee bit. It helped over there. I just used to work in a coffee shop as well. Made a couple coffees, but obviously the artwork didn't turn out that well. But
Oh, true.
yeah.
Wait, so you lived in Aussie?
Yep.
For how
yep.
long?
So I lived there for about a year or a year and a half, straight out of high school.
Yep.
I moved over there, and then COVID all kind of happened, so I stayed there for a bit longer than expected. And I just did my surf life saving full time over there because it's massive over there.
Oh, yeah, so that was the main reason why.
Yeah, that's the main reason I wanted to move over there and give that a crack and all that, and yeah, ended up back in Christchurch now doing that. Yeah.
Are you glad that you came back, or is there a part of you that wishes you stayed?
Yeah, there's a bit of both. So with surf, there's not that much money in it involved. So there's obviously a professional series, but they don't make amazing amount of money to live off. Only the top, 10 professionals can live, and then there's all the rest that are part-times and stuff like that. But you've got to be good to be able to make a living out of it. So I went over there, gave it a crack, tried to make the professional series. I just missed out and stuff like that. And then I kind of want to get an apprenticeship under my belt. So I've got something in case the surf doesn't work out or whatever. So yeah, I moved back after a year and a half and made good friends and stuff over there for life. And yeah, moved back now and doing a bit of both, working and training.
What's the absolute max you could do in surf? Like, where could
Yeah.
you end up as the absolute high of the career?
So there's a professional series of about top 20 in the world. And that runs in Australia, obviously. They have it all over Australia. Some in Sydney, some races in Sydney, some in the Gold Coast and some in the Sunshine Coast and stuff like that. And yeah, so you make money off that. And then there's different competitions over there. Some races you can win up to 20,000 if you win and stuff like that. So, but that's only for the winner, you know what I mean? Or the top 5. So, and then other than that, but it's getting more sponsorship and stuff like that. It's getting bigger and bigger. So hopefully one day, more people can make money off it.
So is that your goal to get to that
Yeah,
level?
yeah, it is my goal. But I'm kind of doing my apprenticeship now, and after probably next year, I might go back to the Gold Coast and give it another crack. But for now, yeah, I'm back in Christchurch.
Do you want to take a wheel spin away?
This is like, I feel like I'm a kid playing Beyblades, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen Beyblades in years.
My mum used to like.
What did I say? Black 8.
Is that what it's landed on?
Oh, no, it just changed. My bad.
That's the safe one too.
29.
Black.
Right. Before we move on, what did your mum used to say?
Oh, for like when we used to like play Beyblades and shit. Like the big plastic like dome you could get like,
Let
when
it
you
rip.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she was too much of a tight ass. It was like $100 for like this plastic like dome.
I know the one. I used to take it to school and would have Beyblade competitions at
So
school.
like she brought me to Beyblades and she was like, "Fuck no, I'm not spending $100 on this like plastic fucking dome." So I had to play in like what do you even call them? Like the trays you put in the oven? Like if I that was like our fighting dome, bro.
The silver like cooking tray. That's not too bad.
All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
you've spent time on the Gold Coast during a competitive season. How did being in that environment shape your development as an athlete? Yeah. And what was it like competing in Australia compared to New Zealand?
It was an awesome experience, eh? The club that I was at, very fortunate to be there and make a lot of friends, but it was an amazing time. But like just at that club that I was training with day in, day out, there was probably 10 professionals in that club. So it was very, very hard and very, very tough. But yeah, it made me a better athlete and a better trainer for when I come back to New Zealand. And what else was I forgot the end of the question. Sorry.
What's it like compared to New Zealand?
Yeah, compared to New Zealand, it's crazy. It's like a different level. I don't know, if there's 100 people here in the Ironman race, there would be 400 in Australia or 500, and they're all just as good as everyone else. Like they're just, I don't know, it's like New Zealand on steroids. Just everyone.
It's like a big skill back.
Yeah, it's like a massive step up. You can be the best in New Zealand, but you could be number 200 in Australia.
Yo.
So it's a very, very big step up.
So is 120 New Zealand, is that just how many people go for it? Is that what it's capped at? Is Australia capped higher?
Nah, there's no cap. That's just probably how many in the Ironman race. There would be more in a ski. Like at Nationals, there's probably 280 in the ski race. and maybe 200 in the board race, because the Ironman's the hardest, so you have to be the fittest and fastest, so there's probably less people that do that. But yeah, there's no cap. It's just, it's not a big sport, but yeah.
So on average, there's about 120 New Zealanders that want to go for it, as opposed to Australia's 400.
Yeah. And that's just doing that single race. Like, there's people that do it for fun, or people that just go up there for team events and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Went away. Hopefully we get black.
Yeah, we've got, one red question
I
left?
was about to say.
That's close.
This hasn't landed on anything.
Oh,
Wait, what do we do now? It's not landing on.
It's on black.
Are we going
black.
to count that as a
Alright.
black?
that's a
Count
black
it as a
26.
black.
All right, right beside the green though.
That's close.
Did you play any other sports growing up, or was your focus always on water-based activities? And how did you find your passion for surf life saving?
No, I grew up playing rugby, I guess, as almost every young New Zealander does. So I played rugby all through my childhood and high school as well. And then, I don't know, I think I stopped growing and everyone else kept growing. So I kind of gave up the contact sports and stuff like that. So, and I kind of moved to... I've always done surf. I used to do surf in the summer, rugby in the winter. And then, I kind of just progressed to surf when I was, 15, 16, when I started taking it like full time. Yeah, after a couple like good nationals when I was younger. Yeah.
And did you give up the rugby once you got into the?
Yeah, I gave it up completely after a season. Yeah.
Not interested, or just
No, I
you
still-
knew your passion was
Yeah, I
more-
still love my rugby, but just kind of lost the passion for it. And I just really liked being in the water every single day. It was kind of what I loved doing. I looked forward to it, and I still do now. So yeah.
What about the sea creatures in the water? Do you like?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a good question. It is a good question, because no matter how much you're in there, in the back of your mind, you're always thinking there could be a shark right here. But I have seen a couple in my time. Last season, we got our South Island champs cancelled at New Brighton Beach. There was a shark sighting. But yeah, other than that, that's probably the only one I've seen. But there's always dolphins and seals and all that out there.
I assume
Jellyfish.
there'd be spotters and everything.
Well, no, not.
No.
Well, on a competition day, there's always the IRBs and lifeguards going around, so it got spotted. But yeah, it's probably very rare that a shark would turn up.
What type of shark was it?
You're asking the wrong person.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
have a clue.
What sharks do they even have here?
I think it was a little. Well, not a little. I think it was like 1.5 meters, but I don't think it was going to attack anyone.
Right, would you like to have another shot at spinning our wheel?
Give it a crack.
See what we can land on this time around. Whatever happened to Beyblades? Did they just like disappear, or
I think everyone just kind of grow up. Oh, it's still moving. Another.
still
Is this
here?
table uneven or something?
I don't
Or?
know. That looks like black to me.
That's a red. We've got one more red question.
What's one habit or routine that has been crucial to your success?
Probably just tuning up to training no matter how I feel. Some days you feel amazing and you want to go to training, and then other days I might have had the worst day at work ever, or something might have happened, but I still just tend to tune up and go through the motions, and just kind of tuning up and giving my all at training every single day, no matter the weather, especially here in Christchurch compared to the Gold Coast. We might have a couple good days a year, and the rest is windy, cold, rainy. But kind of just turning it up and giving it my all.
Yeah, just going to training, like kind of like block everything else out.
Yeah,
like
it does.
that's, like,
It
going
does. As soon as work finishes, it's like could be the best day at work, could be the shittest day at work, and once I get to the beach, it's kind of just like everything's out the back of my mind and just focusing on training and getting that session done for the day. And yeah.
So you're working on a plumbing degree.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
surf life
Apprenticeship.
saving.
Yep.
Apprenticeship.
Yep.
So you're an apprentice,
Yep.
plumbing apprentice.
Yep.
And you're surf life saving. Where do you get the time
Yeah.
for just you?
Wow. That is me though.
That is
Yeah,
you.
surf is me, and I guess work is me as well. Like, that's what I enjoy, so that's where all my mates are. Most of my mates are in surf, so like when we turn up to training at night at 5:30 after work, and all the boys are there, all the girls are there, it's kind of just like that is us. Like, I've grown up doing that, and yeah, that's just me. That's like what I enjoy. So if I didn't enjoy it, then it would be tough and I probably wouldn't do it. But that's the only reason I'm still doing it at 21 is because I enjoy it. Yeah, and I love being at the beach every day.
And how did you get into? Why did you want to do plumbing? How did that like pop up?
I had a mate that was in plumbing, and was going to do a trade. I did a bit of concrete with my dad, but he wanted me to get a trade. So I don't know. I don't really know why. I just kind of went to plumbing, and there was my boss is in the surf club as well, actually. So I kind of went to him, and I got a job through him. So it's pretty sweet. I've got a pretty good job. Get all the time off for my surf competitions away and stuff like that, just because I'm travelling up north every, 4 or 5 times a summer. So he's pretty chill with it. So I'm pretty lucky and fortunate for that.
And there isn't much of a clash with it.
Well, there is. Well, not really. It's just, yeah, so I still work like 40, 45 hours of plumbing a week. And then, yeah, I'm training in the morning. And then every afternoon we have training. So during the day I'm working. So, yeah, it kind of takes my mind off my sport. And then when I'm at training, it takes my mind off work. So it kind of works out good.
Nice balance.
Yeah, it is a good balance. Some days it gets pretty tiring and I just want to go home and sleep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it does. Keeps me pretty active and stuff like that, eh? Yeah.
Are we going to keep on spelling? How's this going to work?
You see, I feel like with there being no more red question, it just ups the ante that now
I
we're
always hit
all
black,
on green,
so-
that all the reds are just changed colour to green. I think it's got to land. It's got to land on black right now. It's all riding. Oh,
Right, tell us
it's
closer.
very close to that green. Oh, we got a black.
It was so close to that green.
What is? Oh,
right
right
next to it.
beside.
Damn.
Being named Sports Person of the Year after excelling in
Competitions?
sorry, big words.
Yeah, big words. I don't blame you. I'd be struggling as well.
Being named Sports Person of the Year after excelling in competitions across New Zealand and Australia is a huge achievement. How did you manage training and competing in 2 countries, and what do you think gave you the edge over other top athletes?
That's a good question. I don't know. What gave me the edge is kind of just going back to what I said, just tuning up every session when I don't feel like it. Yeah, and competing in the 2 different countries was a very big step up when I went over to Australia. It was like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like another level. And then coming back here with my experience and stuff, it definitely helped. At the nationals and stuff like that, getting a couple medals here and there. And yeah, kind of just, I don't know, with my experience, I help out a lot with the club as well and the younger ones coming through and give them tips and what to do in the ocean and where to go and how to race and just everything. Hey, yeah, just help. And a good life experience as well, going over there by myself at 18, 19 years old. So yeah, pretty happy with it.
So what advice would you give to anyone wanting to start out or who is already in it but is struggling to just keep going?
To start out, so there's probably about, I think there's 7 surf clubs in Christchurch, spread across the whole coastline, obviously. So any surf club would be welcome to have you, starting at any age. Most people start when they're young, taken by their parents, under 5s, under 6s. That's when I started, under 4s. I think I was 4 years old when I started, tuning up on a Sunday to nippers. But yeah, and then I've just stuck with it. But yeah, I'm at Taylor's Mistake Surf Club, and we have a good, strong, open, competitive crew. And then we have the lifeguarding side of it as well. And it's just a good crew. So if you're looking to get into it, don't be shy to reach out. And we're always looking for new volunteer lifeguards on the beach as well. Yeah. But it's not for everyone, obviously. So every year there's people dropping out. But it's like anything. So if you like it, you just got to do what you love. And it is what I love. So I just keep going.
Awesome. Well, I've got 2 questions for
Yep.
Make that 3. I got a question.
you. You go first.
Have you been told you look like John B from Outer Banks?
No.
It's,
But I'll take that.
Can you say it?
I can say it.
I'll take John B though.
Right, so my question is,
Yeah.
can you arm wrestle Cam?
what? No. no.
Can we arm wrestle?
No.
Yeah, can you arm
Bro,
wrestle
No,
Cam?
I don't
I've
think
done
so.
all the
I don't want to
challenges.
get put to
You
shame.
arm
My second question is, can
Yeah.
you please sign this beautiful photo for us?
Nice sign. Where did we get this photo from?
Where did we get this photo from?
Don't remember.
Producer Lily? Where did we
Taylor
get
sent it to me.
Oh, that's right. Anywhere?
Yep, go for it. Anywhere you'd like.
There we go.
Damn, that's fancy.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on to our podcast.
Thank you very
Being
much for
our
having
guest.
me.
We hope that it wasn't too gutting that it didn't land on green.
And that's full time for today. New episodes dropping every Tuesday and Thursday.